brings you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Kate Scott and Brock Heward, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, and they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's helmet catch is those Giants shotgun lesser known Tom Brady. Yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
He dodged the tackle. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Wilson keeping it here. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll throw 3rd and long. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. Brought in inside the 20. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
It's a gain of 60 yards. First down, Giants.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone now. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And this one does not go far.
Complete to Wandale Robinson. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
The Falcons go a nickel, 3rd down. Wilson to throw again. He brings it in. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, here's 1st and goal. Singletary. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
Gano ready to send this away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Penix working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response. Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Penix on 3rd down. We look underneath here. Robinson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Penix mistakes here from the gun. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they come through the sack to bring around third down.
Kid, all the data lately has taught us really clearly. Sacks, negative yardage plays. They not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, third and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. One drive in, and he is already in line for that ice bath. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you know a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Giants lining things up. First and 10. One of the tight ends motioning left. Wilson now, first and 10. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Well, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
and I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Wilson now off the play action. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Oh, and he can't follow through. He had the deep shot for a moment, Brock, but he bobbled it and drops it.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Throwing on third, Wilson. But he can't evade that one, and they get him to the ground. It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face fourth down.
You know what they say about assuming? Well, it's the same way on a football field. You can never assume. If you stop assuming that first sacker's going to get to the quarterback, well, you could run yourself right into trouble. This defense didn't. They didn't take a break, and they finally get him to the ground.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. He takes this in on his side of midfield, and he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Now he takes it.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
The 46-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, Penix finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. 7 yards on that pickup. And that's a Falcon first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Staying with Robinson. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tyler Newbin with the tackle.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Penix looking to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now punted away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. Back deep for the Giants, Amir Smith-Marset. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. Now here comes the New York offense. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Now here's Russ. He puts a mayor under it deep down the middle. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Russ off the play fake. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. And it wasn't a touchdown or a field goal, Brock, but hey, points are points, and their first points of the game come on that there safety.
You'll take them any way you can get them in this league, Kate, right? And if the defense has got to score and they've got to continue to score, that is just fine, because that is a breath of fresh air on that sideline and hopefully a bit of a kickstarter for their offense as well.
So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. That's taken at the 15. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to playbook whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Another carry for Robinson. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. 3rd down, it's Penix. Making the call himself. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. A pickup of 17, and that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
Falcons, 1st down. first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Man in motion, out of the slot. Robinson on the inside give. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Throwing, Penix. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Penix throwing, 3rd and 2. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Well, they are definitely being aggressive here on the big stage. They're going for it on 4th down early. Trying for it with Penix. He's going for it himself. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Penix on first down. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. It's going to be a short pickup down to the 22. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Here's Penix to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They'll air it out on 3rd. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo out for the field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Koo able to put it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker. Now they've got a first inside the red zone. They'll run here following the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To the air with Penix. This one's caught. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have a single-point lead in the first. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a slim 2-point lead.
Giants 7.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Amir Smith-Marsetts on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Giants offense all set to get started. And they come back out to the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
It's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates as you've given up 2 points on offense. So, yeah, the last thing they want to do is do that again and instead turn this momentum around.
New York to the line, 1st and 10. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Russ. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled for no gain.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They've got a first to begin the frame. The give to Tracy up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On play action now, Wilson taking a chance to the end zone. And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 2nd quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Giants jump in front now by 5.
Giants 14, Falcons 9.
go, ready to send this away. McCloud now returning it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
If you really study the great teams when it comes to running that play, that draw concept, watch the offensive line's pad level. Those defenders, those linebackers, they're looking for cues and tells. That offensive line gives it away, that play gets hit in the mouth. Instead, well, those guys sold it just perfectly in the yards follow.
And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Motion man sent left. Second down carry for Algier. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker, and that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
2 yards. That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. So call it a half dozen on that run, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. They'll send a receiver left. Now a handoff to Algier. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Penix working from the gun. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Koo able to put it through. And that trims the lead to just a couple.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Here's Smith-Marsh set to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. And start on the ground here. Tracy. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They go right back to Tracy. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now Wilson on the play fake. He takes it himself. And he has this down to the 34. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, New York.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
1st down, here's Russ. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
Ball still on that 34-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. They get 22 out of that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play action, it's Wilson. Hits his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants push this to an 8-point game. So this solid 1st half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Gano for the PAT.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants push the lead to 2 scores now.
21, Falcons 12.
Gano ready to send this away. McLeod now returning it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Penix. He'll try and run this. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Falcons first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
They send the tight end in motion. They're going play fake with Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Penix here from the gun. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Penix. He's going to run for it. That one gains 7. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
7-yard gain. And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the
before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Penix now on 1st down. Brought in right side. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
2nd down now. They need 7. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Penix now to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst, but that force, that contact separated man from ball.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Russ now from the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Now Wilson on 3rd and long. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. The return begins on their side of midfield. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing from the gun here. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Six yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Third and long. They're going to throw. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Giants about to get to work on offense. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tight end, motioning right. A handoff to Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So it'll be 2nd and long coming up, and that is on the other side of our 2-minute warning. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Hoping to head in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, get to down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. Jukes away from one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Penix to throw. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. Down to the 44-yard line as he nearly picks up the 1st.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Giants into the nickel, 3rd down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Penix is going to throw again. Dumped off to his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the give, here's Robinson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and a lone yard coming up. Staying with Robinson. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Go right side, caught by Mooney. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
13 yards.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Koo able to put it through. It's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff. And one last play before the break. Back to throw it. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Gano is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game. So that is 2 quarters in the books here at Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. Now over to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. McCloud now returning it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. And some opening drive points would be invaluable, Brock, trailing by 2 scores as they leave that locker room. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Another carry for Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Falcons. First down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Going right side, Robinson with it. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
He's got London left side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Now comes their punter. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Robinson sent in motion left. Wilson on 1st and 10. Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Wilson keeping it here. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
At the 31-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. And downfield, and he finds London. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Flush down out to his left. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Dumps it off to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on second down. There's a dive up the middle. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Here's Penix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the shotgun, Penix. Short pass brought in. And this is down all the way to the 3. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
From the red zone on first. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looks like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
It's Penix yet again. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Now Penix on 3rd and goal. Drops back. Needs an open man.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So now on 4th down, the Falcons electing to send Younghoe Koo after the field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Koo able to put it through. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
Listen, all he can do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, if he's able to handle his 3rd field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Gray now on the return. Escapes a defender. This makes it up to the 25. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First call here coming from the shotgun. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And there's a sign of life from the ground game. He's forward with a nice pickup. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Wilson out of the pistol. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
I don't mind that play-action shot at all, Kate, especially in this circumstance. The only problem is I think that defensive coordinator was thinking the way the offensive coordinator was, as they defended that pretty darn well.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
So out now comes the punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Play action, here's Penix. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On 1st down, here's Penix. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
A toss now to Robinson. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives them in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Need to shake off that sack and quick. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throwing, Penix. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
A gain of 24 yards. That's good for our Falcons. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Motioning the tight end now. From the red zone now. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Heads out on the bootleg. Caught out wide. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons find some points there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Coup on now for the extra point.
For the point after.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take the lead on that successful kick.
Giants 24.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith-Mar set to return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. New set of downs for him from the 31. Trying the right side with Tracy. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here's a look for Wilson. He's out near midfield and still going. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. And the Giants first down.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did, tote the ball himself for a big run.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They've got a man in motion. Wilson now off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And now a 4th down, staring right at him.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
They'll bring out the punter here. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, gotta expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much, those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Play fake. Penix. On him quick, and they bring it down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Tight end going in motion here. Penix working from the gun. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And they drop him right after that catch. He's down at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Dumped off to his running back. And they are on it short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. It's the Falcons with it, hoping to erase memories of Super Bowl 51 and win their first title. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Giants offense all set to get started. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. 1st down, here's Russ. That catch is made near the edge. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Wilson to throw it. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, well, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here's Tracy on 1st down. Fights his way through a tackle. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Russ now from the gun. That's incomplete left side.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing this one back at the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
You know, that's a risk of putting up a jump ball in the end zone. You know, some of these defenders in this day and age can go up and get it with the best of the receivers. That's one they got away with. Should have been a pick and, frankly, a touchback.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurried throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Robinson on the inside give. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. That one's caught by Mooney. Tackle made right around the 26. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 1st down, here's Penix. Oh, he got free. He's throwing deep to the left side. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send him back to the line for 2nd.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Shotgun snap. A give to Robinson. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Penix here from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the
That's one of those plays, Kate, where every position on the offense gets a gold star. They all did their job, enough protection to allow the quarterback time to find his receiver, who went all the way from the right side of the field to the left side of the field to do some damage.
And all he can get is 1 yard, ran that right into the defensive front.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. It's a design boot. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. They'll throw third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on third down there with the sack.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up fourth down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Their punter making his way out now. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Ross off the play fake. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Wilson now from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
The Falcons ready for their next possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. So 1st down from the 41. Throwing for the pistol, Penix. They left him wide open. It's complete. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Run it with Robinson from the pistol. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Now Penix off the play action. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down. Third and long for him here. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one. Comes up empty on that one. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Here's Smith-Marsh set to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And the question out there is, Brock, how early and often are they going to try passing here after they were picked off on the previous drive?
Well, I think the answer to that is how much trust does this play caller have in his quarterback? We're going to get to find out right now.
New York to the line. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Throwing again is Russ. Robinson gets hit, and he loses it. The Falcons bring it in. And they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Now here come the Falcons on offense. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
The previous play is under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. The comeback route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
15. First down, New York.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
In a real troublesome spot here, Brock. That sack has him set up second down and 21. Here's Wilson to the air. Has Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Complete to Darius Slayton. A 12-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Throw here, 3rd down. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Punt team on the field. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Play fake. Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Robinson on the toss left side. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. He lofts it deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Here's Algier on 1st down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Algier gets it on the counter. Again, he's taken down right at the line. Same guy, same call, same result, and now it's 3rd down.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
A 49-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith-Marr set to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. And this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the 4th quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued too.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start to assume, and that's a dangerous place to play.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Robinson in motion right. He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
1st down, New York.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Wilson keeping it here. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Giants losing by 7. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
The entire season has led them here to this snap. They have to convert here on 4th down. Pass complete to Robinson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. The Giants using their first timeout. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Setting up to pass. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it's going to be 2nd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
3rd and long.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down. Now to throw. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. Here's a design run. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. And the pain of those previous losses finally in the rear view, Brock. Congratulations, Falcons! Atlanta is our Super Bowl champion! You think of all the seasons this franchise has gone through, Brock, the great teams they had that came up just a little bit short, the rebuilds that ushered in new, hopeful eras, all of those have led to this moment when they were finally able to claim their first Super Bowl title.